look at me having a life, because that's what I had to do. I had to create a life for myself. And in the days that he was there, we had our days together where we would plan things as a couple and our dates and what kind of fun things we wanted to do and what we were going to do with our children. So I didn't know I needed this space until I got the space. Assalamu alaikum, peace. It's Fatimah, Coach Fatimah, 1/3 of Outstanding Personal Relationships and co-author of the new book, Let's Talk Polygamy Uncensored. Now, in this video, I want to address something that's really important, and wives are really dealing with this, and they're trying to figure out how and what's the best practice for dealing with loneliness in polygyny. That means when your husband's gone, and we all have dealt with that. I don't care if you're an initial wife, a subsequent wife, or wives, because in Islam, as our husbands are practicing Muslim, Coach Nazir, I'm speaking of, he can have up to 4 wives, like any Muslim man can, if he's qualified to do so. Now, I've been asked, and a lot of these videos that I film are based off of different coaching or counseling sessions that I've held with different clients, or things I've been through. And I'm asked, how did you deal with loneliness in polygyny? Now, this was really early on, and some days you still might have loneliness. For those of you that might be new, again, our husband, Coach Nazir, has been practicing polygyny for 13 years now, and I've been married to him 28 years. So I've been asked often, how do you deal with the times when he's gone or the emotions around it? Now, one thing I learned early on is that you can miss someone and they don't have to speak a word to you. Just knowing that they're in the house with you, you miss their presence. And that's something that we learned as a couple early on in polygyny, was that we were so used to seeing each other all the time that when he did start switching nights between his 2 wives, myself and Coach Nyla, that him and I had a difficult time with separation because we were used to the presence of the other. Now, not difficult where we couldn't move and couldn't do the things that we needed to do in life. We're still parents. We still had businesses to run. So we had some purpose. However, getting adjusted to not seeing each other all the time. And we saw each other every day, but not on those, not every night like we were used to doing. So, and he had to adjust, and my co-wife had to adjust. Everybody had their own adjustments and things that they were specifically going through. And that's life, though. But I had to figure something out. I had to figure out what was I going to do while he was gone. And I still was a mother. I still had self-care days. And I had to learn how to pick those things back up and say, wait a minute, today's hair care day, skin care day. I still had workouts to do. I still had my children to spend time with. And this actually allowed me more time to have like girls' night and do certain things with my teenage daughters and my younger daughters. Sometimes when my younger daughters would go to sleep, my 2 teenagers and we'd watch something. We'd watch a show, or they'd crawl up in the bed with me. And it gave us time to spend with each other. And we did that before, but it was just different. So it was like we were helping one another through their dad being gone and getting adjusted to our new normal and embracing it. Was it easy? No, it wasn't an easy transition. No, it wasn't. But he made sure he saw us every day. He still does. And we celebrate that. He sees everybody in this family every day. So that's good. I think it's so healthy that he makes himself seen, even if he's just stopping through for a visit and then he goes back out, or he comes in, hugs everyone, checks and sees how our days are going, and then he goes back out, and he does that for my co-wife as well. So I had to pick up my art again, and create different drawings and pieces of artwork, and spend time with my friends, spend time worshiping as I'm a practicing Muslima, praying, planning times to leave with my friends and go to different neighboring cities. I had fun enjoying that new normal because I had space. And for as much as he got married, I discovered that I needed this time and this space because my children had gotten older. Although some were still young and my daughters were older, I had to embrace this time and say, look at here. Look at me having a life, because that's what I had to do. I had to create a life for myself. And in the days that he was there, we had our days together where we would plan things as a couple and our dates and what kind of fun things we wanted to do and what we were going to do with our children. So I didn't know I needed this space until I got the space. And then I embraced it. And then I decided to have some goals of my own and visit friends and go to different parties, host some parties. That felt good. It still does. It still does. When he's not here with me, then I get to talk to my friends, and I'm traveling the world right now. So I get to leave messages or talk to my friends or connect in that way, or connect with the women in my community that I'm currently in. And sometimes I hang out with my co-wife. We'll go do something, we'll go hang out, and we can eat up a day. There's not two women that I know of that can eat up time like my co-wife and I when we're together. We'll shop, we'll talk for hours, we will eat food, we will go get ice cream, we'll do whatever we want to do. One time we had where did we go? We went to a doctor's appointment together. We went to get a treatment, and it was really great. It's called ozone therapy. If you're not familiar with it, it's really beneficial. So we went to go get our treatments, and then we head home. And I'm like, I used the Google Maps. If it hadn't been so dark, we could have went live or we could have recorded. But when I tell you we got lost in the mountains, I said, yeah, this ain't the way home, because there's a certain mountain in the region that we're in right now, and it's shaped a certain way, and I can see it from my window. And I said, that's not, we don't live over here. We got lost and we had a good time. And our husband was like, what took y'all so long, honey? Honey, we was lost in the mountains. I don't know what to tell you. But we enjoyed each other's time. So that's something that we do. Was it always that way? Absolutely not. It wasn't. It wasn't. But now we know the quality of spending time together when we can coordinate our schedules and do that. So that's another thing. So knowing that you got to have a life of your own, creating your own goals, spending time with loved ones, friends, and family outside of your husband matters. And those are like the three major things that I do. One of my goals is making sure I'm praying and worshiping and learning about my religion every day. And I said, I can do that more. Did he prevent me from doing that before? Nope. But having extra time to do more of it mattered. So I want to make sure I let you all know that there's still fun times to be had, and all our fun times don't just revolve around our husband. They don't. So creating a life of our own, understanding that we can connect with other people, reconnect with ourselves, have a self-care day. I love a self-care day, because a self-care day for me, honey, might be eating a hamburger and fries and something in my bed. Do I do that when my husband's home? Yes. But when you're not talking, sometimes it feels like the food tastes better. So there's so many things you could do. There's still more good times to be had. And don't give up on you. Just remember that investing in you is always priceless. So with that, Make sure you guys are commenting, liking, and subscribing. Share this video because sharing is caring. Hit that notification bell so that you know every time we upload. You're going to want to know. Watch everybody's videos because then you'll get different perspectives of polygyny. And I know I needed that so that I could learn more about what the world of subsequent wives was like through my co-wife, and for the husbands through my husband. So with that, make sure you guys head on over to our polygamy-education.com site so that you can become a member of our private OPR education campus. It's exciting. It's so nice because it's a private campus. We have meet and greets. We have challenges. You're going to want to join those. And then my co-wife and I, Coach Nyla, teach live classes every week. So I teach a class. She teaches a class as well. And then we each have our webinars also that you can partake in. So make sure that you guys, I'm going to leave with GLC, are following us on YouTube and Facebook. We're Outstanding Personal Relationships, before I forget. And on IG, we're Outstanding Relationships. So I promise you that GLC. Make sure you're growing intentionally, loving fearlessly, and connecting on a higher level every single day. I'm Coach Fatimah. I'll see you guys in the next one. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.